Welcome back to Bloom. Our next guest says raising or working with a sensory child requires a holistic lens that approaches caring for these children with a whole body approach. Joining me now to explain is the author of The Sensory Child, a systematic whole body approach to feeding, communications, and regulation, Lauren Budd, who is the founder of As Burgers Go. Lauren, welcome to Bloom.
Hi, thank you for having me here.
So Lauren, talk to me about the whole body approach that you talk about. I think it's fascinating because that's really what it takes.
Yes, so the brain and the body have to work together as a dynamic system. And if we don't connect the brain and the body, then the sensory child has a lot of difficulty with regulation. And regulation, that's behaviors. A lot of children have anxiety. They don't know how to control their behaviors, how to communicate it. So I help children with special needs and all abilities be able to, and I have typical development children too, to be able to regulate.
I love that. And you wrote the book, The Sensory Child. Tell me a little bit about who your target audience is.
My target audience could be medical professionals, parents, educators, clinicians, anybody who's a caretaker. And there are people who don't even have children who want to know about this book. I have case studies in the book. I have about 20 case studies of children who I have worked with special needs and all abilities. They have fictitious names in the book. It's a niche book because it has case studies that show what children are able to do and not able to do. There's one boy in particular. He started with me. He had anxiety so badly when he came into my Parent Me class. So I run programs, full programs, and they're trip formats, therapeutic, recreation, interaction, play. So the acronym TRIP.
I like
that. So I came up with that, and I love it because the children, I take them out on trips every weekend. On Saturdays, the children are with me, ages 7 to 13, community-based program, and they learn how to acclimate. They learn how to adjust, problem solving. It's a child-led program, natural development. So I believe in natural development because children really need to be able to explore, learn, use their creative mind.
I love that. Now, I know you flew in from New York. Can people access this kind of, weekend trip out or this mythology around the nation?
Yes, they can. Okay, so in New York, I have these classes, Parent Me classes on Sundays for 2 to 6-year-olds, so they acclimate on Sundays. On Saturdays, I have the Parent Me class. Then I also have camp. I have camp going on right now. I came here, stopped camp to see you and meet you because I heard you were fabulous, and you are.
Thank you.
And then what happens is tomorrow we go on a trip and we're going to Long Island Children's Museum. So these children are exposed to interesting adventures that they've never been on. So for instance, Long Island Railroad, we've done that, TWA Hotel. But that one boy I was talking about, he's Jonah in this book. He started with me with anxiety coming into this Parent Me class. The mother was in tears. She was afraid he would get kicked out of this class. And I said, no, this is a safe haven. Like, this is your safety net. There's no judgment here. Every parent has been through this at one point or another. So the child comes in, and he started my Parent Me class. After a few sessions, he's fine now, no anxiety. Then he goes through with me feeding therapy. Now, feeding therapy is huge. That's something that is really big in this book too, besides the communication and regulation. It starts with birth trauma. So I look at birth trauma. I look at proprioception, the brain, how it works with the body, but it all starts with breathing first. And the breathing is where it is at, okay? These children come out, they should be crying right away. If we're slapping them, patting them, we know that there's something going on that's interfering. Then we have children who need to be able to eat. And if they're breastfeeding and not latching on, this child in particular was not latching. Interoception was not there, those hunger cues that he needed for the brain to work with the whole body. So because of that, it started from early development, and his socialization development did not go where it needed to go. So then he needed some help. So in my book, it shows regulation, what to do, how to go through the breathing techniques, straw therapy, feeding therapy, speech therapy. So I do all of that. I'm an oral facial myologist too. And I work on behaviors with pragmatics, so I'm a pragmatic specialist.
That is incredible. I love this, and I know a lot of people watching that don't have the answers that they need can find them now in your book, a new solution to moving forward. So thank you so much for flying all the way to Bloom to share this with our viewers.
I feel that it's great. Thank you for having me here.
Absolutely.
I really wanted to be recognized.
And it should be. And we're going to share more about Lauren's story and her book on Bloom Tampa Bay.